Would Cristiano Ronaldo really be too old for Bayern Munich? It's a hypothetical question. He just turned 35. He's just broken the Juventus club record for goal scoring in consecutive games. 10 now and running. But apparently, for Bayern Munich's liking, it would be too complicated a transfer, and regardless, he's too old. What do you think?
I think there's, other than those two things you've thrown in, I think there's a problem that there's a guy called Lewandowski playing centre forward for Bayern, who right now is as good as anybody in Europe. So Cristiano has to play through the middle. You know, he doesn't have the legs to play in a wide position anymore. As great as he still is, don't get me wrong, I'm kind of making it sound as though he's gone, but as great as he has to play through the middle. And Bayern Munich have Lewandowski, so Lewandowski isn't going anywhere. You know, 12 months ago, 18 months ago, there was talk that maybe Real Madrid were going to try and get him, but now, to me, he's going to be at Bayern Munich for the rest of his top flight career. And so that would mean straight away that somebody like Ronaldo wouldn't fit in.
Yeah, it's something of a nonsense, isn't it? The link in itself
Yes.
to Bayern Munich and a non-starter, as we've established. Taking a look at how he plays, a lot of people have talked about his, adapting to the game now and playing through the middle that you mentioned.
Yep.
And sort of having to sort of rely on his goal-scoring ability rather than sort of blunt pace. His goal at the weekend, incidentally, he played a 1-2 from the halfway line, which was a sort of a change.
Did you see how long it took him to get his breath back though afterwards?
After
he'd done all his nonsense, he was walking back and he was breathing deep.
The statistics would say that effectively goals per game, he's still at the level he was hitting in his mid-20s.
Yeah, he's absolutely phenomenal. And that's what he is. He's a penalty box player now. He does try and get involved outside the box, but he's got the brains to understand that he doesn't want to be wasting his energy trying to dribble people and run all over the place getting the ball. He will come out the box occasionally and just join in a little bit, but he's basically a penalty box predator right now, and he's still the best around.
Given Juventus' struggles, midfield seems to be an issue that they can't quite get the system right despite an abundance of riches there. Do you think he's working harder than he thought he would have to? Or do you think that effectively they just haven't got it quite right, and once they do, he's going to be in those positions to take full advantage?
To be honest, I think he's doing what he does. When you get a player like Ronaldo and you know that he has to play in a certain position, then you have to kind of build the team around him. Generally you're building teams around 25 and 26-year-olds, but this guy's that good that when he comes into your side, you have to figure a way of getting him the ball in the penalty box and also being able to play around them. And they haven't quite figured that out. They've got talent. Listen, Higuain's got talent. Dybala, what a lovely left peg he's got. So they have got talent. They haven't quite figured out yet how to get Ronaldo the ball more and how to cope with what's going on around it.
It's got another year at the moment as well beyond this one. Would you see him extending his time in Turin, or do you think maybe a move to Portugal? When do you think that sort of like disappearing off into the sunset moment's going to happen for him?
I think Ronaldo's got moving to MLS written all over it. Right. He's got a desire to win and score goals. So he's not. I don't believe he's one of those players. And I'll use myself as an example. I was quite happy to go and play for teams that just meant I could play football. I was quite happy doing that. This guy's not wired the same. This guy's got completely different wiring. It's all about desire. It's all about winning. It's all about scoring goals for him. And so he's going to go somewhere that's going to happen for him. And the guarantee you can give is that if he goes to MLS, he will score goals. And any team that has a Ronaldo in it has got a chance of getting silverware and winning trophies. So I would suggest that in a year's time, that would be the perfect move to MLS for Ronaldo.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.